Hello and welcome. It is so wonderful to have you back. We are here at the Your Life Fulfilled, It Depends on You Expert Summit, where we are talking to experts about how they've stepped into their fulfilled life and how you can too. We're really taking their top tips, and I'm so excited to be here with you today and have a new guest on. My name is Antika Lisha. I'm the CEO of YourOwnUniversity.com, where we love to help and support you step into your best life and live the best version of yourself. And we have an amazing group of coaches over there. And one of them is right here beside me. I am so excited for this interview. I was just touched by her message just moments ago. Beside me here is the one and only Nilofer Safdar, who helps people change their reality to generate and create the life that they desire and require. Her target is to generate a life that is joyful and expansive for everyone that she touches. And I could feel that as we were talking just moments ago. I know that your time is extremely precious, and unlike some other summits where we go on for hours on end, we are going to keep this nice and short because Nilofer has a whole day ahead of her. I have a whole day of beautiful clients ahead of me, and you have your day ahead of you. And we want you to be able to take these tips and this advice and utilize it to take our gift, our book, that It Depends on You e-media book to the next level. So if you have not received your e-media book from us, then please go to yourownuniversity.org and register for your free copy right now. So are you ready to dive in, Nilofer?
Absolutely.
Yay! So what shifts in your life had you embrace your purpose?
So it's been like different moments of time where it happened. I remember I was like 5 years old, and I just, had this experience of totally dissolving, and it's almost like I could hear a voice saying, "This is not what you're here for." And that was like a moment of remembrance for me, of connection. And then if I look in the last few years, it was when I moved to Abu Dhabi, where I live right now. And I was living in Saudi Arabia before then. So I came to Abu Dhabi and I said, oh, I have to earn some money. I have to do a job. And I would, sit and look through the newspapers. And none of it was something which really called to me. And one day I said, you know what? This is not what I'm meant to be doing. Let me now do what I actually would like to do. And I think just that choice in that moment changed everything for me.
That's beautiful. It was literally just a choice in a moment, not following the status quo and saying yes to you.
Yeah. Wow. Just acknowledging that that's not what would have worked for me. And, knowing that there was so much more available. And that has just
been beautiful. Awesome. So what are the top tips you learned to live your life?
So I have 3. And the first one is live your joy and peace and kindness and nurturing for you and everyone every day. So it's like, I look at everything that's happening around me, and no matter what is going on, how can I be at peace? And how can this be joyful for me? And joyful is not that sense where you have that insane, kind of happiness or anything like that, like that, the really high of happiness.
Yeah.
But it's more of that sense of just peace in your universe. This sense of, all is well in my world. And this sense of, you know what, I'm just happy for no reason.
So the first tip would be to ask how you can create that in your life right now. Is that what you do?
No, I wouldn't even say ask how. It's more of choosing that. It's more of saying, I don't care what's going on in my life. I'm choosing to be at peace. I'm choosing to be joyful. And I'm choosing to have this sense of caring and kindness and nurturing for me, and to spread this to the world around me. Because when you can have it for yourself, you can actually spread it to the world around you.
Yes, beautiful. Okay, so that's tip 1, that choice, everybody. Tip 2.
Tip 2 is no judgment.
And what does that mean?
Judgment actually means where you are either aligning and agreeing with something, or you are resisting and reacting to things, right? So for example,
oh my gosh, I want to pause, everybody, because I've been thinking about this for 30 years, and she just said, okay, well, I just got a breakthrough on this, because I love that you said whether you're looking and agreeing with something, because we
aligning and agreeing.
Aligning and agreeing, because we think about judgment as negative.
Yeah. No, but negative judgment does not stick you as much as positive judgment does.
Brilliant. Okay, expand.
So for example, when somebody tells you, oh, Antika, you look so great. Okay, that's a positive judgment that just stuck you. And so what you have to do is you have to create your life around, I look great. And then, there will be a day where you're not looking so great. And then you go into judgment of yourself. Oh my God, I'm not looking so great. So you see how that creates that polarity in your world, and it just, splits you kind of,
Absolutely.
But so you don't have a choice to be actually yourself, because you have just gotten stuck with that judgment. But if you were to actually live from this question of, live from this space of, I'm going to be me no matter what, and that me could look good today, and that me could look a bit disheveled tomorrow, or it could look, wet when I'm just out from the water after a swim, right? Because that is what goes on in life, right? Those are the moments where we are all of that.
This is that pure acceptance that I try to live into, but I've never thought about the positive judgment or the alignment judgment, and how much that affects everything else and makes it almost impossible to accept whatever is it in the moment.
Absolutely. I remember, I had a friend when I was just passing out of high school, and I used to be really good with making things with my hands, like handicrafts and things like that. And she told me, hey, Nilofer, you're so good at handicrafts. You must do something like that. And I actually bought into that judgment, and I stepped into a career which was everything to do with that. And I mean, it was great for a few years, but at one point I said, this is not all that I'd like to do. Mm-hmm. And so then I, let go of that, and it created much more beyond that. So how many positive judgments do you have which are sticking you, which are limiting you? And would you like to let go of that, please? And this is like a little energetic thingy that I do. So you can just say yes and be willing to let go of all that.
Yes. Yes. Say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, you can say yes.
Yeah. And then another way of getting out of judgment is having something called as an interesting point of view. So, when somebody is telling you something, and instead of, we all go by default to this place of either aligning and agreeing with something or resisting and reacting to something. So instead of going to that default, you could just sit there and go, interesting point of view. You have that point of view in your mind, interesting point of view. You have that point of view. interesting point of view, you have that point of view. Or if you find yourself having a particular point of view, you could go interesting point of view, I have this point of view, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. And you might have to say it like 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, maybe 1,000 times, depending on how strong that point of view is. But every time it will actually just melt.
I just love that. I love that. So next question is tip number 3.
Tip number 3 is create. You know, we are creation of creation units. And we love to create. I mean, we have so much energy that we could create nonstop. But we buy into this linear point of view of, you know, one after the other, and, you know, don't have too many eggs in your basket, and, you know, all these very interesting points of views. But what if that were not true? What if creation was a means through which you express yourself, and is a means through which you gift and you contribute to this whole universe, and you receive from the whole universe? So like 2 questions, you know, you can live by. You can ask these questions every day. And these are not like questions where you ask a question and look for an answer, but these are more like inquiries, and these are more like open-ended questions which will start to bring that element of creation in your life. And the first one is, what can I create today I haven't even considered?
Yes. What can I create today that I haven't even considered? Write that down, everybody. Write that down.
Yeah. And the second one is, what can I create today beyond the capacities I think I don't have? That was really puts everyone
that's an expansive, like, push you out of your box, get out of the comfort zone question right there. Okay, repeat that one so everybody gets it.
What can I create today beyond the capacities I think I don't have?
That is really tying back into that judgment piece and allowing that to let go. Yeah,
exactly. Because you know, we have these points of view about what capacities we have and how good, bad, or ugly we are with those capacities. And when you start being in this question, what can I create today beyond the capacities I think I don't have? Because the fact of the matter is, are you an infinite being? Yeah. And would an infinite being have all capacities?
Beautiful. All
and
right.
Even if you don't have that in this lifetime, I wonder from which lifetime you could pull it out.
Where you do remember. Exactly. So let's move on to the next question. That is so much to chew on. I mean, what a wealth of information, of growth and potential that we can get in just a few minutes, everybody. These are transformational interviews. I'm so excited that we get to share them with the world. Anyway, so Nilofer, what is your mission right now, and how can we get involved?
You know, one of the things that I love playing with is the energy of money, and creating more, helping people letting go of limitations around money, and helping them just to embrace that, you know, money is just a choice. You know, when I first heard that, I wanted to kill the person who said that. How can money be just a choice when I don't have money?
Yeah.
But what if money were just a choice, and you could just choose money and have it and receive it and all of that? So what I have done is I have created this program which is called as How to Become Money. And this is based on a workbook by Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. And basically what I do is I facilitate calls on this, and these are about 1 to 1.5 hour calls. And we go through the How to Become Money workbook, and it starts to shift and change all the limitations we have around having money, receiving money, not having money, all the points of views we have around money. And so people have these amazing transformations that start to happen. So I have created this program where people can join me live for 21 calls,
Wow.
1 to 1.5 hour in duration, where we will go through this whole workbook of how to become money.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. And so all of that information about how to become money and how to sign up for this call is right here on the page. It's also within the email that you got. So you can just sign up right there. And is this really the main way that somebody can work with you?
Sorry?
Is this the main way that somebody could work with you?
This is one of the ways that somebody can work with me. I also do a telesummit, and it is called as the Illusion to Elimination Summit. And I interview people on that as well. You can go to the website and sign up and be on our mailing list and listen to those amazing transformational interviews as well. And
Awesome.
the website is illusiontoeliminationsummit.com.
Fantastic. Oh, Elufa, thank you so much for joining us, for blowing my mind, and I'm sure everybody else is a little bit out of the park, out of our comfort zone, and stretching us today. It's so awesome. So everybody,
thank you for having me.
Yeah. We will be back with more experts to give you more tips and tools to step into your best life, to live your fulfilled life, because when you are fully you, I mean, the sky's not even a limit. Like your life is fulfilled, and we're here to support you in being your best self, in being who you truly are, and stepping into that and defining yourself as the miraculous creator being that you truly, truly are. And so if you would like more information about how we support and gift and give insight, tools, and trainings to step into this fulfillment and into self-awareness, you can join us at yourownuniversity.org. You can also really dive into the 6 aspects and your power zones in the Divine in 9 course that we have on special for you for joining the summit here today. And all of that information is right here on this page. We hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you next time as your life is fulfilled. Bye.